Let's take a pause for a fresh segment of Backcountry Ballistics, brought to you by Barnes Bullets. Once upon a time, a wise old hunter friend of mine sat in a high mountain meadow. It wasn't very big, and it was a warm noonday, so it was unlikely that elk would be on the move. But hey, it was the rut, and there's always a chance. So he tucked back into a gnarl of deadfall, well concealed. A handy stump provided an ideal rest for his super-accurate custom rifle, topped with what was then a cutting-edge scope. And wouldn't you know it, halfway through his sandwich, a heavy-antlered 5x5 bull appeared some 80 yards away. My friend was hunting for a 6x6, but this bull was bigger than most 6x6s. Crosshairs steady on the vitals, he squeezed the trigger. The rifle banged. Nothing happened. The bull froze. Racking a fresh cartridge in, the old hunter fired again and again. There was simply no sign of his bullet's impacts. Finally, the bull took off entirely unscathed, leaving a sour taste and a valuable lesson with my old friend. His scope had betrayed him. When exposed dial-up turrets on rifle scopes became a thing, most of them didn't have a zero-stop type mechanism. As a result, a lot of hunters experienced heart-wrenching misses when the turret would inadvertently get spun off one full rotation from their sight-in setting. It was particularly common for a shooter to dial up more than one full rotation when shooting long distance, and then fail to dial back down all the way to the sight-in setting afterwards. That's exactly what had happened to my old friend. He'd been messing with his turret by firelight the night before, and had dialed it all the way up until it ran out of room to move, just to see how much adjustment he had available. So when he ran it back down, he went one full rotation too little. When he shot at the elk the next day, all his shots sailed over its back. A zero stop is crucial. For those unfamiliar, it's a resettable function in the turret that, once you're sighted in at 200 yards or whatever your zero distance is, you activate. And once that zero stop is activated, you can't dial down below your sight-in setting. You can regular check the dial to be sure it's firmly down all the way against that zero stop. In the dark, while hiking by touch, right before a shot, it's easy, it's reliable, and it prevents a whole lot of heart-wrenching mistakes. Backcountry Ballistics is brought to you by Barnes Bullets. Based in Utah, this company makes arguably the best monumental bullets in the world, and was the pioneer that brought the type to the hunting public. Barnes Bullets are legendary from the dark continent to the far north, but the company's heart and home in the Rocky Mountain West has maintained its focus on backcountry hunting for elk, bear, big deer, and wild sheep. As Barnes' tagline states, they're the knockdown, pack-out champion of the West. Check them out.